I
Awesome.
would feel extremely blessed. It's just you on the screen right now. So we're
Okay.
showcasing you.
Oh, yay.
So what are you currently feeling blessed about today? What are you feeling a sense of gratitude for?
Um, Grateful for this moment right now. I'm always grateful that I'm able to come to the beach every morning at sunrise, and that I have the ability to do that. Um, Not everyone can do that, so
Oh,
I'm
I
very
have to
grateful.
admit I'm very what's the word, envious. I'm not an envious person, but cold or not cold, I would give anything to be there. I did see yesterday where a lot of the resorts have nobody there, and the people who are there, they have just like little flames up keeping them warm.
Yeah, it's 50 in the 50s right now, so it's a little cool. A little cool. I have to show you the this view. We have Let me see if I can zoom in here. We have, and I may need to stand up. I don't know if you can see the full moon is out still.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Do you have a morning practice that you do? Do you meditate like besides on air? How do you get centered in the morning or do you just wake up?
I just wake up and come, and that's why often in my broadcast, until after I do my yoga and meditation, I'm not very centered at all. Today I'm a little bit better, but I this was my morning practice, and then a friend saw me, who was a fellow yoga teacher. She saw me from a condo that she lived at near the beach. She would go for walks, and she says, "You need to start broadcasting on Periscope. You would do great." This is when it first started. She says it's a new app. You need to try it out, and so reluctantly I did, because I really didn't want to. Um, I didn't want to have another social media task that I felt like I needed to do, kind of thing. But my I just felt like it was so gorgeous here that I wanted to share that image, because every day that I was coming, the beach looked different, the sunrise looked different, and I just felt like it was so beautiful to share. So I started broadcasting, just showing the images of what I was seeing, and then it turned
How
into
do
like
you
a
deal
document.
with broadcast burnout? How do you deal
Um,
with that?
I haven't felt that till the last few months. Up until this time, all the whole 5 years, I've just felt like it was something like compelled within me. And that's
Mhm.
how I've been trying to live my life, from that gut intuition of like, this is something you have to do. Because after I started doing it, and then I felt like I was making a difference, I guess, and felt like I wanted to share, because
Yeah.
I was doing it on Instagram every day, the photographs of the sunrise, and I felt compelled to share that. And then after I started doing this, I felt turned into that feeling of I have to do this, um, like I couldn't do anything else, like a really compelling thing. Like if I missed it, something was wrong. So,
Heavenly Dew is saying hello to you, saying good
uh,
morning. So is Dina D, and talented producer is also saying hello to you this morning. So
Aloha talent producer and Dia Dia
you
Dia,
are
Heavenly
crystal
Dew.
clear this morning. Crystal
Oh,
clear.
yay.
Yeah. So whatever they've done, what phone do you use if you don't mind me asking?
I'm using an iPhone 8s.
Yeah. See, if you use iPhone, you're fine. But I find if you use anything Android, it can be dicey. They haven't quite mastered the Android yet. But iPhone, if you have anything iPhone or iPad, it's pretty darn good. Now, do you run an external mic at all? Do you have do that?
I do, but I don't have one in now because I'm talking to you. My external mic is just a microphone. I wouldn't be able to hear you.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're lucky. If it's a windy day, I won't ever be able to jump onto the broadcast because I you won't be able to hear me. But
So we talked yesterday about how you've been on for like 6 years. Is it more than that? Because Randy says he remembers you from like 8 years ago.
well, I started in 2015, and so what's that?
5 years ago. Yeah.
6 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
um, I started in 2015. So yeah.
So that is 6 years. But people don't realize how difficult it is to make content every day and to be up every day and do this. So I am so grateful for people like yourself who have the guts to put themselves in front of the camera, to shine their light each and every day. And The thing is, when you do stuff like this, that's in the atmosphere of a little bit woo or spiritual, if you like that better, you can be judged. There's always that pendulum of people who do not want you to shine, and I want you to continue to shine, and I want you to know that I really appreciate the effort you put in the last 6 years.
Thank you so much, Michael. Yeah, it is. You do get a lot of haters, and I just, I guess because of my yoga practice, I just don't let. I realize that that's not about me; it's about them, and I just let those comments go. Occasionally, I do feel a little sting, but usually not. Usually, I just realize um, that it's all about them, something going on with them, and I actually feel sorry for those people who feel like they need to do that. That they need to make comments or um, condemn you for whatever reason.
But isn't that the balance in the universe, though, right? Like are always going to have, the ones that shine light, and you're always going to have those who are in the darkness. And I've had, even in my own life, where I've been very angry and very sad. It was a while ago, but you always have the ability to come into the light, no matter how deep you are into something, be it addiction or bad relationships. Just know that there are people out there. The teacher will present itself then when you're ready, and
Yeah.
and Donna's one of the good ones.
And I have to say that for many years, for like 20 years, I was sad and down and suffering until I started, doing this daily practice of yoga and just learning these tools
Yeah.
of shifting your thoughts and things like that to step you into the light. To realize that you have the choice which reality you're going to live in. You
Yeah.
have the choice to keep thinking those negative thoughts or um, to think being more positive thoughts.
Is this affecting you? Do you
Is this
think right now, like what we're talking about, do you feel it?
no, I have my eyes are watering. Is that why?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering. I thought, am I going too far here? I was a little worried. That's why I was asking. Is
Oh
that the
no,
wind? Just the
it's
wind?
the you win and it's cold. It's well cold for me, 55 degrees, but it's yeah, it makes my eyes water. But no, I'm fine.
Okay. As long as we're not stirring up old pain.
Especially after I just said I was sad for so long, right?
But I was too. I remember my daughter when I was really young, like when I was in my early 30s, I guess. I guess it was in my mid 30s. My daughter was like, you have to get your act together. And she was like 4. And she was an old soul, and she said, "Dad, you can be happier than this. The problems you're having are because of the way you think." And she was like 4 or 5 years old. And I swear something was channeling through her.
I had a similar experience with my son. He said, "You're the only one who's unhappy, Mom."
But it's a choice,
Yeah,
right?
it
And a
is.
lot
It
of
is
us
a choice.
we get stuck, and we get stuck with the story that we think about constantly.
Exactly. And the hard part is because the story could be true. I mean, or was true, but we don't have to, like you say, get stuck in that story. We have to let that story go. Like that did happen. It was horrible and unfortunate, but you have to move on to the moment you're in because you could be sitting at the beach like I am right now and still being happy, you know? So we have to let those circumstances go, like you said, and choose to live in the moment that you're in where you're okay and have good things around you.
Now, can you briefly talk about the benefits of yoga, if you don't mind? Because there are people here in this room, especially because Randy was just here, that don't think that yoga can help them. Don't think the spirituality can help them. They think she gets emotional, folks, when she talks about yoga. That tear that's coming down, or maybe me just bringing up Fraser or bringing up Randy is bringing intense emotions into her right now.
That's what it is.
Fraser, do you want to ask her anything on the spiritual scope? I can like. You want to ask her a question? He's got his head. He's going like this.
Well, I'll just quickly talk about yoga and then I'll go off. The thing about yoga is that when you start practicing yoga, um, and um, in the sense that you're using it not just for physical exercise practice, but in the sense that you are slowing your breath down, grounding to the present moment, you get a clarity, because when your breath slows down and your body slows down, your mind is calm and you get more of a clarity, and you can start seeing that moment, or seeing those moments when you are going back into that story, and you can pause there and say, aha, I need to shift my thoughts, instead of just going deeper into it, and then you realize you're in this, state of depression.
We have everybody back here. You're in the center because you're the star of the show right now. But I just wanted people to feel the essence of you and your energy, and you're such a little glowing being, and we need that in this world.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm going to pop off.
Yes, thank you. And
you
have
so
a great show. Thank you
All
for
right,
popping
see
up.
you,
You're welcome
Fraser.
anytime.
All right, thank you. Bye.
She is such a source of light. I love her. She's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to let you back on here, buddy. There you go. You speak your words of wisdom, my friend.
I was listening. I was just been letting you.
It was getting very woo there. We were in the woo land. We even had the ocean in the back. I love when I asked you if you wanted to ask a question. You're going,
yeah. I was letting her just let her. I've been on enough. You need to have more. You need to have more different guests. So me and I know, yeah, we're on too much. But it's good to be on, but you need to have more of a variety.
Yes. Oh, I totally agree. But you know what? People love you, and you bring our views up. I've always said you are the voice.
Let's reverse that. Randy brings your views up.
No, well, but yesterday, here's an example. When Donna came in, she bumped up maybe double what Randy had. I've never had numbers that I had. Like if I usually do it with Randy, I'll get 1,000 views maybe. She came in and yesterday it was over 2,500 views with her. It was unbelievable. I've never had that. That was the first. And you know what I loved about yesterday is we had so many comments. I've never had that many comments. So that brief time she was on here, buddy, she got 1,400 views in that brief moment.
Here's a deal for you. Since obviously on a serious, how about I interview you on my podcast?
I'm not ready yet. I told you when
I'm not talking about radio. I'm talking about my podcast. It's different.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. When I feel that I have some form of accomplishment in this, then I will.
Let's just do a simple practice, okay? I know you're going to go to work, okay?
Yeah.
Simple practice. Let me just my podcast. I talk about people's lives who've been through challenging times in their life and they've come out the other end to the light. So the reason why it all depends on how deep you want to talk about your life and how open you want to be, especially in a live broadcast on a podcast. So that's up to you. But
I would rather know that I have a week to live, and then I would say everything. If I had 7 days to go, then I would spill everything, and then I would just leave the mess. I would just go, this is it. But until I have 7 days left, and I'm hoping I have more than 7, I will not be doing that.
Right. Okay.
Have you ever thought about juicing, buddy? My past when I was a kid, I could write a book.
That's one way to change.
And anybody who lived it knows how crazy I was. I was an extremist, and at the absolute craziest extremist you could possibly. I was a DJ when I was a kid. I loved alcohol. I dabbled in some forms of recreational drugs. I loved women. I loved food. I was full barrels crazy. So the people who know me back then are like, who the hell is this guy? Like, who's this woo guy? I want Party Mike back. Where did Party Mike go? Where is he? He's gone. And those are friends that I've known for 30 years. Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. Cook, how are you? He is one of the greatest guests. Are you hooked up on your computer? Or if not, we can't do it because bandwidth it goes
I can drop down. Don't worry. I can just go.
No, I don't want you. I don't want to drop down. Just if you have to go, then go. But I would rather you be here. I always like you.
No, just if you've obviously got your crazy days when if you want to talk about them, it's entirely up to you on a broadcast.
It says here, Michael, I can relate. We cannot write the book until we are ready to leave. I could write a book and no one would believe it except for the people who were there. It was insane. There was about 2 years there that would be a great miniseries. And people would go, that's bullshit.
Here's guy's got a cleaning idea for me. So
okay,
this is the cleaning guru.
Let's hear that.
Well, let's have a look. Tell me about it.
Oh, do you want to come up and tell us? Okay, I'll invite him in. I think that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's trying to say. He's going to give you some tips here, buddy. All right, here we go. And maybe we'll end the show on there.
Let's see if when you get these tips, they know all the cleaning tips. Sorry, guy, but I'm sure it's genuine. But the amount of people tell you,
he's one of my favorite guests. He is so funny.
The guy's good fun. Yeah, he's called Mr. Talk a Lot. His Indian name. That is
Mr. Talk a Lot. Oh my God, you're funny. Okay,
that's what he says himself, Mr. Talk a Lot. He's Indian.
Yeah, well, he says we're twins. That's the other thing. He says we look identical. People wonder he could just come in here, do the broadcast, and they would know our voice is the same. That's what he said. Look at him. He's ready. He's a web developer, by the way.
I know.
All right.
For a long time. I'm the one that gave him the nudge.
Are you on Ethernet or are you on Wi-Fi?
Ethernet.
Good man. Okay, that's the right answer. There you go. Okay, you and Fraser are going to talk for a second. I have to take a pause for the cause. I'll see you in 1 sec.
It's going to drain the vein.
Okay. Yesterday, because it was so late in the day, I couldn't holler at you. I didn't think waking you up at 2 o'clock in the morning to say, hey, Fraser, how do you get that gunk off the oven glass on the inside of the oven door? You know how it's got that big glass panel so you can look in the oven for some reason?
I already do oven cleaning.
So here's the recipe. Baking soda and white vinegar. And then I get those, those green plastic scratchy pads they have at the Dollar Tree. You don't have a Dollar Tree. You have something else. But anyway.
I do oven cleaning. I know I do oven cleaning. You can see my website. You know that.
Well, yeah, but you use those harsh chemicals, right? Or do you use baking soda and vinegar?
No, I use a gel called Oven Mate, which is non-toxic.
Okay. Well, try that next time you get an oven, a gunky glass door. Try that baking soda with vinegar. You don't have to let it sit for 10 minutes. You sprinkle the baking soda on and pour a little tiny bit of vinegar. Don't take much. A little tiny bit of vinegar and scrub it. And when I say scrub it, I should say wipe, because it doesn't take like both hand elbow grease to get it off. It just melts it right off. I don't know what it is. Some sort of a chemical reaction, but it works really good. I'm glad I caught you.
Appreciate that. So, baking soda is used in a lot of cleaning products as well. It's quite popular. It's easy to.
Hello, sir. How are you? I heard about chemical reactions. Are you talking about your love life or cleaning?
Cleaning.
Okay, good.
And yesterday's effort,
the
wife opened up the oven. We haven't cleaned it in a couple of years.
Okay.
And the glass panel on the inside of the door was filthed. I mean, that black baked on stuff.
Yeah.
And so I said, there's got to be a way. So I Googled it.
Mm-hmm.
First thing that popped up is you don't have to go buy some harsh chemical that's going to ruin the environment. You've got everything you need to clean this is in the kitchen. I said, well, that's nice. So I went and looked in the kitchen, looked at the post. It said baking soda and white vinegar. And so I had there's some rubber gloves you get for working on your car so you don't get all greasy. So I put a pair of those on. And plus I didn't want to have that vinegar smell. And Michael, I'm telling you, it's a 23 joule stem wine and wonder technology for cleaning that glass. Because you sprinkle the baking soda on there.
Yeah.
and just pour a little, like maybe a teaspoon,
Yeah.
not even, maybe less than that, of the vinegar, and it goes nuts. Yeah.
Fat guy out west, thank you so much for the 50-cent reward there. I totally appreciate it.
Oh.
Also, right now, Fraser has got his website here if you need cleaning. And I believe Guy will come over and show you how to clean for the right amount of money if you live in the area. He'll walk by and critique your cleaning for you. Would you do that?
Oh, I didn't see the comment, but fat guy, that I said, how does he know
Fat guy out west. I love that name. Yeah. I'm not so fat guy from Toronto now. I've lost a few pounds.
Yeah. I've lost 9. I need to lose about 16 more. My goal is to lose 25.
Whereabouts do you need to lose the weight? And Fraser, do you need to lose any weight, or are you perfection right now?
No, when I get the gyms back open, I'll get back to the gym. But I'm managing what I'm doing.
Well, speaking of the gym, the best form of exercise is the walking that you do. When you go for those walks, Fraser, around Edinburgh, showing the sights, you're doing the best exercise you can do, mate.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I plan to go. It's going to be a bit better weather, so I plan to maybe nip into town and maybe do a wee broadcast. In this part of town near the Scottish Parliament, the Holyrood Palace, where the Queen stays.
Oh, I heard the thing on there.
Fraser, the only thing you need, buddy, is you need one of those wind mics. You know what I mean, that you have on the lapel.
Yeah, the doctor told me about that wind. He's after. Yeah, it's crazy. He's giving me tablets for the wind. I know.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the microphone.
Oh when you're out walking around. I looked into that, Michael. And there's two products. One is called they're both called the Blimp. They're like a big cylinder that you put the shotgun mic inside of.
Yeah.
And it's got a sock that goes over the outside.
Yes.
Well, Rode, RODE, that brand you're familiar with. They make
Randy uses that. Yeah.
It costs $279, right?
That's an expensive sock.
On YouTube, I looked at this video and it says comparing the Movo, MOVO, to the one from Rode. The Movo costs $99, and after seeing the video, I think it's a better gig. I think it's a better product. It does everything that you need done as far as the wind noise. And the guy said, I've been preparing this video thinking, well, it'd be windy outside, and it has been calm for 3 days. So he had to use the floor vent for his furnace to be the wind. And he showed the before and after without the sock, holding the mic over, and it's going, kind of like Fraser's background. And then he puts the gizmo on there, the Blimp, nothing. You can hardly hear it.
Unbelievable.
I mean, you can hear it.
Your headset that you have on right now, that looks new. Is that a new set you got there? Did you upgrade?
No, this headset, the microphone doesn't work.
No?
And no. I got it at a yard sale for $2.
$2? Why not? Well,
guy doesn't spend a lot of money on hardware. I'm got to confess. Fraser will tell you. I mean, you know, Fraser's from Scotland, so he's probably the true Scottish person. But I'm
okay. What's that mean? Are you calling him cheap? Is that what you're doing right now?
Well, thrifty.
Frugal is the word.
Yeah, you don't want to be blowing a lot of money on stuff, and so I haven't. For the longest time, I've used this little USB mic I got at a yard sale for 50 cents.
Can you see the comments from where you are, sir? Because you have people here talking to you. No? Okay. So you have Ivan right now who's saying, hi, Guy.
Hi, Ivan.
Oh,
yeah. Ivan
and
from
Brian Shaw is also saying hello.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Ivan. I think if it's the Ivan that I know from Serbia.
Yes.
He's a longtime acquaintance from, years.
So you've known him. Okay. I don't know if I follow him, so I'm going to follow him now. I just subscribed to you, sir. And there you go. Because any friend of Guy's is a friend of mine. Now, I noticed today you said we're not twins. What happened? You said we sounded the same. We looked the same.
Well, yeah, but you
You're
notice
the sexier version than me.
see the plaid on my shirt is a different plaid than you're wearing.
I didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo.
But the riddle is, why are we both wearing plaid? Who said?
Yes.
You better wear plaid because I put the plaid shirt on before I got here, so I didn't know you were even wearing plaid. And
Fraser, what are you wearing today? Just one sec. Let Fraser talk here for a sec. Fraser,
okay.
what are you wearing today? What's the garment of choice today for you?
Just my usual work hoodie.
Let's see. Let's stand up for a second. Show them the there you go. Okay. This is also now. Does this have bleach stains like the other one? The other one went in what was it, $65 because it had been used. There were many women around the world that were saying, "Look, I only want the really used stuff. I want to have the true essence of Fraser. I don't want something new. I want used and abused. If it has a few holes in it, I'll pay more."
Yeah, and it's got to have the Edinburgh Dusters logo on the.
Well, yeah, and it's got to have that sweaty smell. Please do not wash it, for God's sake. I want his.
Oh yeah.
I want his smell, and I want it. If he's run around the block for a week in it, I will pay more. Don't send me the clean one. I want the essence of Fraser. That's what they're saying. That's what I heard in.
Why does that sound so wrong?
He says. He says, ahead. Ivan says, "Do you remember me?" And then he said, "Yes, I did."
Yeah. You know how Ivan, he speaks pretty good English for somebody from Eastern Europe. He learned English. I said, "Well, did you learn it at university?" No, watching TV. He watched American television.
That's amazing.
And learned English from watching television. I've tried to wrap my head around that, and I don't think I could do it. You know, like if I had Spanish television, I don't think I could pick up Spanish because they talk so fast.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, you always want to say, well, what's that? What's the word for that? No. My Spanish is limited from working in onion harvest years ago.
Right.
There was Mexicans that worked at the same plant that I worked in, the Walla Walla Gardeners Association.
Yeah.
And so those mesh bags that you bag the onions in, when I'd get low on bags, I was a bagger.
Yeah.
And when I need
not a beggar, a bagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been a beggar other times. The instance of bags when they'd run low, I'd say, I need more costales. I just had to say costales, and they knew that meant, I don't know if that meant get the bags or if it meant containers. I don't know what the literal translation is, but that's
so Guy, I'm going to give you one more minute because we're going to close the show up. I like to close it up around 7:30. This is our second show today, but you need to have your own program. Please invite me on it. Please invite Fraser. Fraser is a wonderful guest. I'll help you with numbers. We'll try to get Randy. I would love to see you get that $50. Did you hear about the new requirement?
I don't plan to participate in the $50 gig because I don't have time. I just too many other things going on.
You got too many commitments. It's chump change for you.
Well, I make $85 an hour.
Days.
So to work that hard to make 50 seems kind of like
So what kind of dances do you do? Like
content management.
Oh, okay. You're not talking exotic erotic. You're talking like okay. Because you said dance, I got a little concerned. I was okay.
No.
Okay,
that's just a figure of speech. Yeah, Fraser will definitely get an invite. He's the reason that Guy Cook has a podcast at all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Little Fraser history here.
Okay. Let's go back in time.
In the day, Fraser says, you should try doing podcasting. I've made up a little logo, and he called it the Cook Report. And I'd already been in the planning stages, and I think it was more procrastination than planning of doing the podcast. I'd always come up with reasons. Well, one of the reasons, I don't have any graphics done. Well, that Thursday afternoon nudge was the thing that pushed me into the following Monday, I said, "Hey, Fraser, here's the first episode of the Guy Cook," or no, it was still called the Cook Report. And then I did some SEO, and in Washington, there's a national level political commentary, even been on Meet the Press on television, called the Cook Report. I said, well, we probably shouldn't call it the Cook Report. Let's see if the Guy Cook Report is available. Well, it was, and that became the name. So if anytime you have an issue with my podcast, you can blame Fraser.
I will.
Never
Listen,
that's the guy.
Quickly say goodbye, wave, and we'll see you in the future.
Okay. There's the wave.
Hence the word hashtag talk a lot.
There you go. He's gone. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, I love him. I absolutely adore him. I think he has the sensibility of the old school.
Right. Go to work, and I'll catch up with you later. Okay.
Okay, my friend. Take care. All right. It's just me in the moment here, folks. How is everybody doing? What a wonderful show. Thank you for being here. Now, I just want to remind you of a couple things. Every morning, Monday to Friday, from 6:30 to 7:30, we do the morning show. The other thing I want you to know is on Sundays at 10 o'clock, we do a business show of some sort. And it's just light chat amongst friends. Hans has been on it. Adib has been on it. Andy has been on it. Carmi has been on it. So I'm hoping to get some guests in the future. I'm hoping Ken will come up. I'm hoping Willie will come up. It's going to be a great time for all. If you would like to be a guest on the business show and you're okay talking about business things in a somewhat serious manner, but still light, they still tell jokes and have fun, please, if you can, visit us on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock. It would mean the world to me if you were here. And I really appreciate it. I just want to go by one of my sponsors again. Here you go. If you like the camera that you're seeing in this broadcast, see this here? There you go. I'm just going to get it to focus. It is hands down the best cheap camera I've ever used. It's the N660p Nexago, and it is really good quality. If you enjoy the microphone, I highly recommend this right here. It is called the Fafine, and you will be smiling if you use it. I'm going to flip it around here. There's the barcode. That's always important. We'll go one more here. I feel like I'm doing the Rubik's Cube thing. But this right here is, you can see when you're very close, it's got great sound quality. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to Donna. Thank you to all the people who have subscribed and sponsored me and my work. I would love for Randy to get more sponsors. Nobody works harder. He's the hardest working man on HAPS right now. I highly appreciate you visiting me and having this wonderful community here on HAPS. We'll see you tomorrow. Not sure what time I'll be doing the morning show. I will not be getting up at 6:30, but you can guarantee it between Monday to Friday. I'm here from 6:30 to 7:30. Today, this is our actually second show, and I pray you have a wonderful, supported week, and keep shining your light, and don't ever let anyone stop you from living your greatest passion life. And what I mean by that is, whatever you dream, whatever you desire, whatever nudge you feel, know that you are connected to the greatest sources of light and love in the universe, and the world is conspiring in your favor to make your life rich and abundant with possibilities. God bless you all. Have a great day and keep shining your light and be positive. Take care.